Hi everyone, and welcome to episode number 220 of the Karen Knits podcast. My name is Karen, and I'm coming to you from South Central Pennsylvania, where I live, where I work, where I knit, and get into all kinds of other crafting shenanigans. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. It is Saturday, August 17th, I think, 2024. I think it's the 17th. Close enough. And it's a kind of hottish, muggy day out there. It's cloudy, overcast. Not sure if they're threatening rain later on. I'm not going out anywhere else later today, so I don't care. So if you're a new viewer, thank you so much for coming by to see what I have to natter about. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back for another week to see what kind of shenanigans I've been up to, what I've done in the past week, and I'm just so happy to have all of you here, each and every one of you. I appreciate it so much. If you have not yet subscribed, please hit the whatever side it's on. I never remember which side it's on. Anyway, the subscription button is just down in one of these little corners or in the drop box below. If you've not subscribed, please take a second and do so. Again, as I mentioned in the last few videos, I'm really trying to hit the 1,000 subscribers, and I'm getting closer and closer every week, but I'm still not quite there. So I'm hoping to get there before the year is over. So we shall see. We'll see what happens. 2025 arrives, or I hit 1,000 subscribers. Let's see which one happens first. Anyway, I'm just so happy to have all of you here. So it's been a fairly busy week. I've got some knitting done, but not a whole lot. I finished one pair of socks. Well, pair. I put loosely in air quotes. And I've started another pair of socks. And that's about all I've done knit-wise all week. It's been fairly busy. Things going on quite a few days of the week. Got a little bit done on Monday. We were out of town Sunday night and Monday. Got a little bit done then. Tuesday, I don't remember what happened on Tuesday. No idea. I can't remember. Absent-minded professor here. Wednesday, I got some done. I had online professional development stuff before we get ready for back to school. So a little bit of knitting done then. And Thursday we were out of town. We went to catch up with one of our nieces. She was not far from where we live. She lives on the opposite coast up in Canada, up on the west coast in Canada. And she was here for a week, about a 2-hour drive from our place. So we hopped in the car on Thursday. She had some free time Thursday afternoon, so we hopped in the car, went to visit with her. So we spent all afternoon with her. Friday we were doing a bunch of other things. We stayed there overnight on Thursday and then came back Friday. So now I don't want to push it and get back the same day and all that nonsense. So this week coming up, I might not get as much done. Who knows? I have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, just regular checkup. Monday I have to go and get blood work done. Wednesday we have our usual stuff. Thursday I have all day professional development on campus, so we have to show up. Friday we have some things in the later afternoon on campus that we are expected to attend. Saturday I'll be filming again. So without further ado, I've been yakking for almost 5 minutes and not showed you anything. My first pair of socks, I finished another mismatch 2 socks from my Opal 20 gram Advent minis that I got this past year. So here's one of them and the other one. So when I saw you last, I was just at the point where I was ready to start the heel turns on both of them and then the heel flaps. And so I've finished up the heels and the leg since I saw you last week. So they're done. These are sock number 7, 7 and 8 out of the 24 minis that I got in the advent calendar. I'm using the same yarn for all of the toes, heels, and the cuffs. Part of the leg and part of the cuff. You'll see on this one that the legs are not quite the same length, or the legs are the same length. The color, there's some variation. One of them, the 20 grams finished a little bit sooner, so I just continued on till I had the right length on the leg, then did the cuff. This one, there was a little bit more on the 20 gram skein, so there's only a small bit of the gray on the leg. So I enjoy doing them this way, where they'll all be the exact same length. So I do, after the heel flap, I do 25 rounds on the leg. I'll work on that until I completely run out of the main color, and then I switch and finish the last of the 25 rounds in the contrast color, the gray, and then I do 15 rounds on the cuff, 2x2 ribbing. So these are socks 7 and 8 out of my 24. I will have 24 mismatched socks once all of this is done. So I'm hoping to keep working on them and get a bunch of them done in the near future. So 2, 4, 6. I have the other pair. I have to find the first two. I can't remember where I put them. And I also started sock number, or from skein number 9 and 10. And here's what we have so far. Let's get this over to the back. So here's where I am with these two. This one's quite bright. Nice pinks and blues and purples. And this one is very subtle. And it looks like the yarn is almost entirely going to look like that. So this one's going to be very mild colored. This one's quite nice and bright. There's also some orange and teal in this one as well. So there we have sock number 9 and 10. So I'm getting closer to halfway done with the advent calendar. I really do want to get it done before, I really want to get all 24 socks done before December begins and before I get into Advent 2024 yarn. I haven't decided 100% what I'm going to order yet. The only thing I know for certain, I have ordered the Freckled Whimsy 24 stripe advent yarn for 2024. So that will be coming later, sometime later in the year. I'm also planning on ordering from Rising Tide Fibers. She's out of Maryland, and she has a weekly advent where it's a 50-gram skein of yarn plus the 20-gram mini for the toes and heels. So I have that ready to order. There's going to be 4. I think that one there's only the 4 skeins of 4 50-gram skeins of yarn plus the 4 minis to go with, one with each of them. So those will be ready for opening, one each week throughout the Advent season. And then I'm trying to narrow it down to, I'm pretty sure I'm also going to order a 24-day Advent calendar with 24 20-gram skeins of yarn and a full skein for Christmas morning. I haven't decided for sure which one I'm going to get yet. I had a few in mind and I dawdled and now they're sold out. So lesson learned, if you want something, grab it when it's available because you might miss out. So I still have one more I am planning. So I'll have the one self-striping sock yarn. I'll have a weekly Advent with the 50-gram skeins. And I will also have, I'm also planning on ordering a 24-day Advent. Over and above that, I'm also planning on ordering and buying, once it becomes available, the Diamine ink, fountain pen ink advent. I got that last year and I loved it. And I just so enjoyed having all of those inks to use and play around with all year. So I am planning on ordering that one again. If you follow my Vlogmas videos, and I am planning on doing Vlogmas and Vlogtober, hopefully. I am planning on doing both of those this year. So you'll get to see all the yarns that what I do get for yarn. You'll see those, and you'll also, I'll show you a little clip of the ink that I get each day also, when I do the little sample like I did last year. I didn't get my bouquet set up here. I forgot all about it until I sat down, and then I'm like, oh, I will get that. I'm going to try my hardest to get that done for next time. So this is a bit of a shorter episode, quite a bit shorter episode, unless I keep nattering for another 10-15 minutes. Who knows? So we're getting into the summer wind down season in my neck of the woods. Next week I will be spending a fair bit of time getting class material prep stuff done so that everything's ready to go for the start of the academic year. Our classes begin on the 26th of August, so I will have got 1 week left. Not even a full week, because we have things on campus that we have going on Thursday and Fridays. So only have a few more days of freedom before we're back to full swing in the semester. But I'm excited about that. I'm excited for my classes to get started, excited to see our students again, all of that good stuff. I joke around about that a lot, but I do love my job, and I love my students. So almost always I love my students. Occasionally they drive me bonkers, but for the most part they're fantastic. And I don't think there's anything much else. No, I don't think I know anything else new or exciting to tell you about. Haven't bought any yarn yet, other than planning on ordering those advent calendars. But besides that, that's about all. I'll quit nattering. I'm just kind of rambling now, actually, just rambling. So I'm going to let you go, and I will see you again next week, maybe for a longer episode. Come back in a week and see. Alrighty, take care everyone, and I'll see you next week. Bye.